It's 24 TV-related trivia questions from the TV Seen It edition. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Happy day after Halloween. It is officially November. It is the fall. The fall is in full effect here. And we don't get a lot of leaves changing colors in California, but man, I've seen some really cool pictures from Chicago, and Chicagoland is covered in snow as well. So I think they're actually trick-or-treating today, because yesterday it was so bad, kids couldn't go out. So I think they moved trick-or-treating to today, but I don't even know how you move that. I think you just kind of put it on the news like, yeah, take your kids around today. So that's the official announcement. I can't imagine how else it would work. But hey, each town has their own thing. We had some fun at our house. We had a little tent set up for trick-or-treaters to come up to in our driveway. We had one of those scary projectors that projects things like a witch walking around, 3 pumpkins singing, and a very close-up eyeball, which I am not a fan of. And I've come home many times in the month of October and just walked into this giant eyeball scaring the crap out of me. So it's been a fun holiday season for October at the Buds household, and I hope your household was tons of fun too. I did not get to watch as many horror movies as I wanted to in October, but I'm going to try and knock a few out in November. I just found out that a couple of the Halloween sequels that I have not seen in a while, like 4, 5, and 6, are on Xfinity, which I can stream through my mom's app. So I'm excited to watch those. I think I have to watch them on my phone, but I'll just watch them falling asleep in November. But I did get to watch Halloween 1, which was ultimately very spooky, and we watched it on Halloween Eve. And it's a great movie. I've seen it so many times. It's like one of my favorite movies of all time. I'd say top 3 movies of all time, and definitely my favorite horror movie of all time. Go back and watch it. I watch it in a different way every time, and I think I mentioned that on the podcast a couple days ago. Today we've got some fun, guys. We have a whole bunch of questions on TV-related things, TV trivia from a Seen It trivia game that I grabbed from a Goodwill thrift store in Joliet, Illinois, right next to Joliet Mall, near where my mom lives. And we went in there, and they had a loose set of the trivia cards for like $1. And I was like, this will be good content. So I grabbed these, and I've never played the TV Seen It. So we'll see how you do. These are just 24 totally random questions. There's 3 questions on each card. We'll go through 8 of them, and you can kind of play along and learn some stuff. Some other quick things I wanted to mention on Slick Deals. That's a fun website, slickdeals.net. I check that every few days for cool stuff. We just bought a new TV, and there's some things we don't like about it and a lot that we do. So we're probably going to keep it, but if we can find a Black Friday deal over the next 90 days, we can return the other one to Costco and get a new TV. So I wanted to put that out there for people looking to buy a new TV this season. Slickdeals.net has a ton of cool stuff. And I've been checking this website since I was in high school, I think, or at least college. So lots of good stuff. I'm looking on here right now. They have, let's see, Yoshi's Crafted World, $44, Nintendo Switch. That's a good price at Walmart. They have Halloween candy at Target, 50% off of all the good stuff. And The Office, the complete series, digital HD TV show download on Apple or iTunes for $30. That's pretty good. If you're not looking to have a subscription service like NBC, which is going to take over The Office episodes again, I think next year or in 2 years after Netflix, hop on iTunes today and get the entire Office series for $30. That's a pretty good deal. So anyway, I just wanted to share that site. It's a fun site. Okay, we're going to jump into this episode. 24 questions on TV trivia. I hope you had fun answering these questions. Here we go. All right, 24 random questions from TV Seen It. Here's the first one. Number 1, what show starred Lisa Whelchel, Mindy Cohn, and Kim Fields as boarding school students? Question number 1, what show starred Lisa Whelchel, Mindy Cohn, and Kim Fields as boarding school students? Question number 1. Question number 2, what 80s show allowed CBS to continue using the expensive production facilities it had built for Hawaii Five-0? What 80s show allowed CBS to continue using the expensive production facilities it had built for Hawaii Five-0? Number 2. Question number 3, what food product carries the slogan, when it rains, it pours? What food product carries the slogan, when it rains, it pours? Question number 4. What late 90s sitcom starred Rob Schneider and Ron Eldard as roommates, Jamie and Kevin, and Justine Bateman as Kevin's girlfriend, Sarah? What was that show? Late 90s sitcom that starred Rob Schneider and Ron Eldard as roommates, Jamie and Kevin, and Justine Bateman as Kevin's girlfriend, Sarah. What was that late 90s sitcom? Question number 5. Name the Charlotte Rae character who was the housekeeper on Different Strokes before becoming the house mother on The Facts of Life. What was her name on Different Strokes? Number 5. Question number 6. Whose commercials featured 3 bullfrogs, each one uttering one syllable in the product's name? Question number 6. Whose commercials featured 3 bullfrogs, each one uttering one syllable in the product's name? Question number 7. What show featured a one-armed man, the log lady, and a midget in a red room? Question number 7. What show featured a one-armed man, the log lady, and a little person in a red room? Question number 8. Who was the first openly gay character on a primetime network TV show? Number 8. Who is the first openly gay character on a primetime network TV show? Question number 9. What character frequently silenced his chatterbox wife with the words, "Stifle yourself"? What character frequently silenced his chatterbox wife with the words, "Stifle yourself"? Question number 10. What show featured Carol the receptionist, Jerry the dentist, and Mr. Carlin? Question number 10. What show featured Carol the receptionist, Jerry the dentist, and Mr. Carlin? Question number 11. Who played Bob Newhart's wife on The Bob Newhart Show? Number 11. Who played Bob Newhart's wife on The Bob Newhart Show? Question number 12. What sitcom character would frequently exclaim in shock, "Get out," as she excitedly pushed people? What sitcom character would frequently exclaim in shock, "Get out," as she excitedly pushed people? Question number 13. What show featured Richard Mulligan, Billy Crystal, and Robert Gulami? Question number 13. What show featured Richard Mulligan, Billy Crystal, and Robert Gulami? Question number 14. Who was the original anchor on Saturday Night Live's Weekend Update? Who is the original anchor on SNL's Weekend Update? Question number 15. Whose favorite expression was dynamite? What character said dynamite? Number 15. A little more than halfway through this quiz on TV Seen It. Let's see how many more you can get correct. These are pretty tough so far. If I was playing, I would not be doing so hot. Number 16. What show featured deputies named Chester and Festus, as well as Burt Reynolds as a half-Indian blacksmith? Question number 16. What show featured deputies named Chester and Festus, as well as Burt Reynolds as a half-Indian blacksmith? Number 17. What show first featured the sound of a flushing toilet on network TV? Question number 17. What show first featured the sound of a flushing toilet on network TV? And question number 18. What sitcom character frequently asked, "What you talking about, Willis?" What sitcom character asked, "What you talking about, Willis?" Question number 19. What show featured detectives named Yamana, Fish, and Wojciechowicz? Wojciechowicz. I think that's how you say it. Wojciechowicz. What show featured detectives named Yamana, Fish, and Wojciechowicz? Question number 20. Who played Chicago Bears running back Gale Sayers in the 1971 TV movie Brian's Song? Who played Chicago Bears running back Gale Sayers in the 1971 TV movie Brian's Song? Question number 21. Name the show that frequently had its main character saying, "Elizabeth, I'm coming to join ya." Elizabeth, I'm coming to join ya. Who said that? Question number 22. What show's cast of characters included Colonel John Hannibal Smith, Sergeant Bosco B.A. Baracus, and Lieutenant Templeton Peck? What was that show? Question number 23. What two men preceded Johnny Carson as the host of The Tonight Show? Who were the two men that preceded Johnny Carson as the host of The Tonight Show? And number 24, fill in the missing TV character's name. Hey, 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 it's blank. Hey, 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 it's blank. Those are your 24 questions on TV Seen It. Some easy, some hard. We'll be right back in just a second to see how many you got correct. We are back with the answers to TV Seen It. 24 questions. Let's see how you did. Question number 1. What show starred Lisa Whelchel, Mindy Cohn, and Kim Fields as boarding school students? The answer was The Facts of Life. The Facts of Life. Number 2, what 80s show allowed CBS to continue using the expensive production facilities it had built for Hawaii Five-0? Similar kind of show. It was Magnum P.I. Magnum P.I. I think they brought back Magnum. I'm assuming that got canceled already. And number 3, what food product carries the slogan, when it rains, it pours? That's Morton Salt. Morton Salt. Question number 4, what late 90s sitcom starred Rob Schneider and Ron Eldard as roommates Jamie and Kevin, and Justine Bateman as Kevin's girlfriend Sarah? That was called Men Behaving Badly. I remember previews for that show, but I don't think I've ever seen it. Men Behaving Badly. Number 5, name the Charlotte Rae character who was the housekeeper on Different Strokes before becoming the house mother on The Facts of Life. That was Mrs. Garrett. Her first name was Edna, if you really wanted that extra part. Mrs. Edna Garrett. And number 6, whose commercial featured 3 bullfrogs, each one uttering one syllable in the product's name? Budweiser. Budweiser. And number 7, what show featured a one-armed man, the long lady, and a small person in a red room? Little person in a red room. That was Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks. Number 8, who was the first openly gay character on a primetime network TV show? Jody Dallas on Soap, played by Billy Crystal. Jody Dallas on the TV show Soap, played by Billy Crystal. And number 9, what character frequently silenced his chatterbox wife with the words, stifle yourself? That was Archie Bunker on All in the Family. Not very politically correct. Number 10, what show featured Carol the receptionist, Jerry the dentist, and Mr. Carlin? That was the Bob Newhart Show. Who played Bob Newhart's wife on the Bob Newhart Show? Suzanne Plachette. And who says get out and pushes people excitedly on a sitcom? Elaine on Seinfeld. Just like that, that's number 12. Number 13, what show featured Richard Mulligan, Billy Crystal, and Robert Gulami? That was Soap. We mentioned that earlier, the show Soap. Then we had who was the original anchor on Saturday Night Live's Weekend Update? Chevy Chase. We had a lot of turmoil on that show. And whose favorite expression was dynamite? J.J. Evans, played by Jimmy Walker on Good Times. Number 16, what show featured deputies named Chester and Festus, as well as Burt Reynolds as a half-Indian blacksmith? Gunsmoke was the show in question. What show featured the first show sound of a flushing toilet on network TV? All in the Family, Archie and Company. And the next question, what sitcom character frequently asked, what you talking about, Willis? That was Arnold Drummond on Different Strokes. Next question, what show featured detectives named Yamana Fish and Wojciech, maybe? Barney Miller. And who played Chicago Bears running back Gale Sayers in the 1971 TV movie Brian's Song? Billy D. Williams. And name the show that frequently had its main character saying, Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you. Sanford and Son, Fred Sanford. Number 22, what show's cast had Hannibal, B.A. Baracus, and Lieutenant Templeton Peck? The A-Team. The A-Team in their van. And what 2 men preceded Johnny Carson as the host of The Tonight Show? Steve Allen was the first, and Jack Parr. Steve Allen and Jack Parr. And fill in the missing TV character's name. Hey, 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 it's Fat Albert. Fat Albert, great character, not such a great guy that we don't talk about anymore. Fat Albert, played by, Mr. Cosby. Those are your questions and answers. Thank you so much for playing along with today's episode. Hopefully you had fun learning some stuff, and now you know what Soap and the Bob Newhart Show are, because there were several questions about those shows. And that is today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for listening. If you like playing along with the show, if you want to support the show, feel free to throw a few bucks over on Patreon. Patreon.com/trivia with Buds has all the info. There's different reward tiers, and even $1 a month would be fantastic of you. We're up to 55 patrons, 56, something like that. And I appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you so much for doing that. Patreon.com/trivia with buds if you want to help support the show with a few bucks a month. And if you're a trivia host somewhere in the world and you listen to the show and you want my content, you want my daily questions that I use at my live trivia nights. I have PowerPoints of everything that I do. It's usually 5 PowerPoints every week, and I send those to you in a big zip file. So you get about 20, 25 rounds, depending on how many weeks are in the month, and I will send those to you, like my friends Veronica and my friends Chris, who are at the $50 tier for just $50 a month over on Patreon. You get all my content to use as a trivia host of your own, or you can just, host your own parties, have some fun, and support the show. So thank you so much for doing all that stuff. It's time for the question of the day, brought to you by Funky Monkey Designs of San Dimas, California. Funky Monkey can be reached at fmdesignsinc.com. They print amazing graphics on shirts and bandanas and koozies and tablecloth covers and whatever you need. That's Funky Monkey Designs of San Dimas, California. What candy was named after the creator's horse? Tweet me your answer at RyanBuds or email ryanbuds@gmail.com to be eligible for a prize. Yesterday's question of the day answer was A Nightmare on Elm Street for the third franchise title, The Dream Warriors. And your trivia team name of today is League of Legends of the Fall. League of Legends of the Fall. Thanks for listening. Thanks for telling a friend. And we'll see you tomorrow for more trivia with me. Cheers.